Well, good evening, everyone.
Hi.
Welcome along to Tuesday night, another Tuesday night, and it is the Business Owners Smashing It Online webinar. For those that don't know me, my name is Nick Cree. I'm your host tonight. We have Steve Brosman here as well, who I will introduce a wee bit later on, and he's our guest speaker for tonight. And he's got a pretty good lineup of stuff to talk to us about tonight, particularly about how you get people to ask to buy your products and services rather than you having to go out and pitch and sell and do all that sort of hard stuff. So just chatting with Steve before, he's got some really exciting stuff to share. So I'm looking forward to that. But before we get going, let's find out who we've got in the room tonight. So what we'll do is, for those that are brave enough, I know it's not going to be a problem for you. For those that are a little standoffish, this is your opportunity to shine. So just hit the unmute on your microphone, share your name, your business, and why you're here tonight. What is it you want to get out of tonight? All right, who's going to kick us off tonight? I can see some good shiny faces, and there's a wave from Colin Mackey. Hello, Colin. How are you?
Hello, Steve. It's been a while since I've seen you, and
hello, Colin.
It's been a long time since I saw Aldwin, at least 3 or 4 hours ago, I think it was. So, Colin Mackey, I mostly in the franchising business. I do have another couple of enterprises, but mostly I build franchise systems and consult to franchisees, and also people who are planning to buy a franchise business. I help them to make the right choice. So, really, everything about franchising.
So what are you hoping to get out tonight, Colin?
Well, I've known Steve, I don't know when I met Steve many years ago, so he's always got words of wisdom. So hopefully I'll find a few more of those this evening.
Excellent. Oh, good to see you along here again. All right, who else we got here tonight? G'day, Steve, and I haven't seen you for a wee while.
Yes, hi, Nick, everybody. I'm announcing today that I have launched my very first podcast episode. So
awesome.
Yay. Excellent. Why would you need another business podcast? Well, find out. So I'll drop it in the chat. I'd love everybody to download it, because apparently if you get a whole bunch of downloads, then you're very popular. So you'd do me a huge favor. And it's pretty good too. What am I hoping to get out of today? I'm trying to become the lazy entrepreneur. So I'm looking for some tips to make me more efficient and lazy.
Excellent. Sounds great. Oh, glad to hear you launched a podcast. That's really exciting. So I look forward to listening to your first episode. Awesome. Who else here tonight?
It's dribble from me, but the guests are really good.
Yeah. It's always that. Not about you, I mean.
Hi, I'll go next. Hello, Aldwin Aldenay here, known as the Media Queen. I help people get free publicity online and offline, help you go from being the world's best kept secret to being a star. And I love Steve's stuff. I've known Steve for years, and it's really great to be on this event. Of course, Nick, I love your stuff as well. Total groupie of your stuff. So tonight, of course, great topic, how to have high value clients asked to buy. I think that is fantastic, because I know that sales is often a dirty word for people. So having them asked to buy and attracting sales, I really like the idea of that. So I'm really keen to hear what Steve has to share about that tonight.
Awesome. Excellent. Thanks for those words, Aldwin. Always good to have you here.
Thank you.
Hey, Peter, how are you? All the way from Thailand.
Thank you. Nice to see you. Looking forward to listening to you, Steve. We may be kindred spirits, my man. For 30 odd years, I've been sales coaching, helping people to show them how to empower their potential clients to buy, rather than trying to sell, persuade, and convince. So I'm really looking forward to listening to you, Steve. And Nick, I always appreciate you as well, mate. And I love these tips you give us. So thanks again.
Excellent. Thank you. Thank you, Peter. All right, who else we got here tonight? Who would like to introduce themselves and tell us what you want to get out of tonight?
Yep. David Fisher. Yeah, David Fisher from the video company. We share your message to millions of people. So even Stephen, who's on a podcast now, can actually take that into some sort of format, if you like. and share it with the world on video. And tonight, well, Nick, you've always got something up your sleeve with your different apps and teaching and all the rest of it. So we look forward to learning more and applying it at the same time.
Awesome. No pressure for the apps for tonight then.
No.
Excellent. All right. Who else we got here tonight?
G'day,
Name,
Nick.
rank, and serial number.
I'm buddy in. Yeah.
Oh, g'day, Adrian.
How are you guys?
Good.
Adrian Fields from Classic Kit Homes. Yeah, we're not just about designing boxes for people to live in. We're, even though we do that particularly well, but at our core, we believe we can improve our clients' lives for the better. And I'm coming here tonight because we're getting over 450 inquiries a month and we're still not closing any sales. So, yeah, I just want to pick up whatever Steve can throw at us, mate. I'd be really happy about that, mate. Cheers.
Excellent. Excellent. Yeah, that's really pertinent after our conversation we had the other day. So, yeah, tonight should be good. All right. Who else we got here? Got time for a couple more and then we'll kick it off. Hey, Annie, how you going?
Hi everyone, my name's Annie and my business is Cosmic Heart Intuitive. I'm an animal medium and an animal communicator, so I have conversations with animals who are living and in spirit. Also an author and a healer. I've been offline for the last 3 months with some injuries, so I'm not actually doing my business work at the moment, but I'm very keen to look at how to develop higher end products so I can have fewer clients and still get a good income. So looking forward to hearing the words of wisdom. Thank you.
Excellent, excellent. Oh, good to have you back, Annie. I know you've had an interesting 3 months, so good to have you here today. All right, well, let's kick off. Was that someone that was just trying to chime in there?
Yeah. Sorry, Nick. Wanted to butt in.
All right, you're the last one, and then I'll better get going.
All right. Lucky last. That's Kevin Jensen IP Analysis. We help companies with their telco expenditure and save them thousands of dollars in the process. So we had some good wins recently. So looking forward to how Steve can help us grab those high value clients, get lots more.
Excellent, excellent.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, Kevin. All right, well, let's see what we've got in store for us tonight. So we do have a bit of an agenda tonight. In fact, we have a proper agenda tonight. Can you see my screen? You can see the screen with business owners smashing online. Just give us a thumbs up so that I know that we're there. Excellent, thank you. All right, so it is a business owner smashing online. For those that came a little later that don't know who I am, my name's Nick Cree and I'm your host for this evening. So our agenda for tonight is we have some cool online tools to share and to run through. Then we have Steve Brosman. He's our presenter tonight, and he'll be coming on sort of after we've got the cool online tools. There will be an opportunity for questions and answers. And look, I'll leave that over to Steve to let you know whether he'll take questions through your session or you've got to wait till the end or however that runs. We do have a prize draw, and as ever, the way the prize draw works is you have to be in the room to win it. So if you duck off early and we draw your name, then we just hit that redraw button. And it is a pretty good prize tonight that Steve's put up. And then at the end, we've got the next, we'll talk about the next event and a couple of announcements before we close off. But just for now, if you've got your phones available, I'd love you to check in. So if you're on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, whatever's your channel of choice there, go and check in, grab a photo of the screen, grab a photo of yourself and pop it in there. On Facebook, it's quite simple. Just tap on where you would normally have create a post. You'll get a menu that pops up from the bottom. One of those is check-in. So just click the check-in link, and then you will see a whole range of options come up. And hopefully you'll see business owners smashing online. If you don't see it, just pop that into search. So just type in business owners smashing online. We'll come up, tap on that, and you can add a photo, tag me in, tag Stephen, or anyone else that you're here with tonight, tag in as well too. Now you might ask, for those of you that are not familiar with this, why do we bother checking in on social media? Well, there's two reasons. One of the reasons is that it helps to spread the word about this event, which we hold every Tuesday, so that it gets other people curious and gets other people coming on. So none of us want to keep it a secret, do we? So let's share the information out. The other one, which is probably more important for you, is it helps to build your digital profile. So as people are finding out more about you and stalking you online and, you know, just doing a bit of research, maybe they've found you and they want to find out, you know, who is this person? You know, generally they'll go to your profile and have a look. And one of the things that people often go to is your, you know, your check-ins. You know, where do you hang out? What do you do? So they start to get some sense of your professional credibility and your professional interests as well, and not just, you know, the cafes you go to or the casino you visited or those sort of things there. So you're using social media as not just a social tool, but also as a business tool as well. All right, so let's move on to the cool online tools segment. So let me bring up my browser. I've got some pre-prepared here for us, and let's bring that on. All right, so many screens to share. I'll just pick the one. All right, now I'm hoping that you can see a screen that's got a deep purple color. Just give us a thumbs up to let me know we're in the right place. Awesome, thank you. All right, so the first tool tonight, this is sort of a web developer's tool, but it's also a good tool for you as well, if you happen to see things that you like around the web. So this one's called Screenshot Guru. And what it does is you can enter in a URL. So let's just enter in a domain. Anyone got a domain they want us to check out? Actually, we've got Steve here tonight. So why don't we just enter in stevebrosman.com, I think it is, no .au, is it just .com?
Just .com, which is about to be thrown out and my new one's nearly finished, but hey, have a look at the old one.
All right, so way we do, just put your URL in there and there's a button there that says screen capture. And what that'll do is it'll go away into the background and it will now capture that screen. Now this is a Chrome extension as well too. So if you do want to take screenshots on the fly, just click the other button there that said Chrome and you can add it to your Chrome browser. If you don't use a Chrome browser, then you can only use this in a Chrome browser. So if you want to use it, you've got to open up Chrome. So what it's doing now is it's now taking a screenshot and there it is there. So there's a screenshot of this website. And the good thing about it is this is where it's really got a good use. If you're getting a website built and you want to give some feedback back to, say, your web developer or your web designer to add some things or do some things, then you can download the screenshot. So if we right click on it, you can click Save Image As, you can save it to your computer, and then you can annotate it, which means, you know, you can put arrows and lines and text on it to point things out. So that's one way of doing it. How I use this tool is I'm always looking for good examples of landing pages. And so I'll often capture landing pages that I come across that I think are really good. And I keep that in my swipe file. So I've got a swipe file of all sorts of landing pages and pages around the net, which provide some sort of inspiration. One of the pages that I do take snaps of that aren't readily available are thank you pages. So I'm always looking at people's upsell pages and thank you pages and getting inspiration from some of those ones as well too. So, and so you might have some other uses for it. If you want to take a screenshot, send it off to someone else because there's an event coming up or there's something that you want to show them. This is a fantastic tool. So this one is called screenshotguru.guru. Now these links that we've got, we will put these into chat. So you don't have to crazily write them all down. You'll see the chat icon down the bottom of your screen. It's that little chat icon. If you click on that, that'll open up the chat box. There's already some people writing in it and communicating in there, which is great. But you will see at the bottom of the chat box, 3 little dots on the bottom right. If you click that, that will then give you the option to save it to your computer. So you can save that entire chat to your computer and then you can come back to it tonight or tomorrow. Just click on the links and take you through to these sites that we're going to share tonight. All right, next one we've got for you is Sitemap Generator. Now, this was one that I used the other day because we're having a website and just wanted to find out how many pages were on it, what was on it. And so really just generated a sitemap. So what we do is just enter in the URL. We've still got Steve's URL sort of floating around there. And if you can generate an XML sitemap, which is probably what you want to do, because you can use it to submit to Google if you've got a static site. Then you go to creation, and what that will do is that will now go and crawl that entire site, and it will pull up every single link that's on that site. So for those of you, this is a good tool to use to see what's actually visible on your site as well. So how you can use it for your own site is if you happen to have something like, I don't know, a membership site, so membership protected areas. And let's say you've got PDF documents as part of your membership area. What you will find, particularly if you use a WordPress site or many of the sites out there, is that even though you've protected some of this content for people that are members that have to log in and grab it, then you will see things like PDF documents that are not protected. And the reason for that is PDF documents get uploaded to your media library, and you can navigate to those directly. So this will actually pick these links up. Now, if you want to cheat and you want to go to someone else's site that's got a membership site and see what they're offering in terms of PDF documents, you can use the free sitemap generator to get all of those links, and you can grab some of those PDFs. Now, clever people who've got a bit of internet knowledge or web knowledge, like myself, know how to protect those things like PDF documents. You can put them into a folder which you can protect that a crawler won't be able to get through. Oh, did I not actually start this off? Let's just try that again. I forget this. I've got to catch. I might let this one run while we're looking at some of the other apps. All right. All right, there we are. It's away. It'll just tick away in the background, and I'll show you what it's like at the end. So yeah, so it's a good way to find out what's in other people's sites, a good way to see what your site is exposing, and particularly stuff that you might not want to have out in, let's say, the non-paying world if you've got people paying for it. So this site is called mysitemapgenerator.com. All right, so there we go. It's done it. Then all you simply do is go to download. That'll download it to your computer, and then you can go and open it up and inspect what's in there. All right, we won't open it up and have a look at it now, but if you try it on your site or other sites, you'll see how the whole thing works. All right, because I downloaded that, my Chrome has decided to stop working and give us the Wheel of Doom. Okay, let's give that a couple of moments while it sorts itself out. All right, next site that we've got is one called Templatenet. So a lot of you will be familiar with a site, Canva, which is for generating graphics and videos these days now as well. This is an alternative. It's different to Canva in that this is more providing templates for all sorts of things that you might want. So, you know, the simplest things are, you know, you've got templates for Instagram posts, for instance. So for those of you like me that are a bit design challenged and need to get some inspiration from someone else or a template, then, you know, you can choose one of these designs and then just replace images and text to create your own posts. And then you can run down to things like posters. So if you're at, let's say, networking events and you need to create a poster for certain networking events, they've got some options here. So these are all templates. You can replace all the text and the images in it, right down to things like Word documents, Google documents, Photoshop, PDFs, Excel, all that sort of thing. And what surprised me was that they even had things like WordPress templates. So if you want to set up a site, they've got website templates in here as well. Now, look, to be quite honest, I wouldn't use those templates because the quality of them is, well, you just don't really know. And often you get locked into something that's not so good. So I probably wouldn't use it for that, but I may use it for things like PowerPoint presentation, you know, that sort of thing there. So if we click on PowerPoint presentation, you can see there's a whole set of slide decks here. So you can go and grab a slide deck that looks good for you and for your branding, and then gives you a head start on making PowerPoint slides. But as I say, there are a ton of templates in there for pretty much all the software that you use on your computer. through to brochures and posters and pull-up banners and all sorts of things. So it is a membership-based site in the sense that I think it's about $7 a month to join it. And I think you may have to sign up for 12 months. So it might cost you sort of $70 or $80. But, if you get one thing out of that you use and you've got 12-month subscription to that, that's probably cheaper than you would pay a graphic designer to go and do some stuff. Or if you've got VAs and graphic designers, this is a site you can shoot them to let their creative genius go wild. So I'm going to call Templatenet. All right, next one is, now this one's really, this was a really quite a functional one. This is a site, it's labnol.org/apps/calendar.html. Now what it is it generates links that you can put into your email for people to add the, let's say your event to their calendar. So whether their calendar is Google Calendar, Microsoft, Office 365, Yahoo, this will generate links for all of it. So all they need to do is click on the link and it will just automatically add it to whatever calendar they're using. So let's say we've got, we'll create an event. So business owners smashing online, location, let's call it Zoom. Zoom in your room. When is it? We're in Australian Eastern Standard Time. You set the date. So today is the 11th. What time is it? It's at 6 o'clock and it runs through to 7:30 Australian Eastern Standard Time. And you can give an event description. So let's just call it high ticket peeps wanting to buy. All right, so and then that's your event, and then you can go and preview link. So if we click on preview link, what it will do is it will generate a page there. Well, this one's just taking it straight through to Google Calendar, which is mine, and that's a link that I can add into my calendar. But what you would do with it is you can insert it into Gmail. So there's a tutorial about how to insert it into Gmail here. And you'll see down the bottom there's the links here. So there's this add to calendar link. So this one here, if you click the copy, that will just generate an HTML link that you can put into email, and people click on that and it will give them the option to add it to Google, Outlook, Office, or Yahoo. You've got this HTML link, which means you can add it to your website, or you've got a button link. So this will generate a button that you can then paste into your website. People click the button and they just can add to whichever calendar they want. So it was a really handy tool there to generate links so that everybody can add the link to their calendar in their own time zone. So it converts it to their own time zone so that you can be assured that everyone gets the right time and day. And if you're working overseas as well, turn across time zones, that's a really helpful app to have. So that one is called labnol.org/apps/calendar.html. And last one we've got is, in fact, from the labnol.org site. Now, the guy that runs the site is really a G Suite and Google specialist. So he creates all sorts of tools and apps that you can use for pretty much the whole of the Google ecosystem. So, so in here, this is his blog, but inside the blog, they've got pretty much anything or tutorials for anything. So, so here's one that I looked at the other day: how to move file uploads from Google Forms to a specific folder. So if you're using Google Forms and you're asking people to upload, I don't know, a graphic or information, like typically what you need to do with the Google Forms, you've got to go and save those individually into a Google Drive folder. So what he's done here is Amit Agarwal. So he has created a script which all runs inside Google. Now, anyone can do this. You don't need any coding knowledge to do it. You just follow the tutorial through. And in fact, it looks pretty daunting, but that bit of code there, you just copy that and he tells you where to paste it. And so you go in and paste it. And then what happens is that now all of those submissions in your Google Forms get saved into one folder in Google Drive for you to to find. So great if you're running events and you're asking people to send you through information, or you've got a questionnaire that requires them to upload, a photo or something. That way, it's an easy way to organize your information. But that's just one of the things. We've done mail merges in with Google Drive or Google Sheets and Gmail with follow-up emails, like in 3 or 5 days time. So you can set it up like a CRM. So I can do automated emails. So if you don't have a CRM, you can use this with some of these scripts as a CRM to run some of those functions. So well worth spending time getting lost in this rabbit hole of this guy's blog. He's someone that I follow. And if I've got any questions about anything to do with Google apps and properties, he's a guy I go to. Well worth having a look at. All right, that is a roundup of our apps and tools for tonight. So any favorites there? Any questions? Any comments? Drop your favorite one into chat. Open your mic. Tell us what you think.
Wow.
And remembering these are all in chat now. So if you click the 3 dots at the bottom of chat, you can save those and you will have them to go and waste your time down those rabbit holes tomorrow, as if you didn't have enough work to do anyway. All right, just drop us your favorite one into chat there, just so that I know we're on the right track. Always interested to know which are the ones that you like. So you got a vote there for Screenshot Guru. Like the last one, Labnol, Screenshot and the template ones. Find them all useful. Okay. You've got a busy day tomorrow, Annika. All right, Sitemap, Templatenet, excellent. All right. Well, that's the roundup of cool online tools. As ever, if you find any exceptional tools or ones that you're using you think are useful to share, love you to, you can either message me with them and let me know, and I'm happy to feature them on here, or share them in Business Owners Smashing It Online Facebook group. So if you're not a member of that Facebook group, go there now and go and join. And we announce all of these events here, and we've got some of these apps and tools that we share up there as well too. And feel free to share your tools that are your favorite ones there as well too.